everyone, welcome to our Marine Knowledge channel. This is your Sailor Basha. So again, this is a continue of DIAHATSU generated DECARB job. So in my last video, you must have seen about what are all the things that we need to remove uh, before lifting the cylinder head. So in this video, what are all the accessories like fuel injectors, yoke and all those things, how we need to remove it before opening the cylinder head hydraulic nut and before lifting the cylinder head. So please watch this video, don't skip the video. So if you skip maybe some important points which I say, you may miss out. So please continue watching the video. We'll go and check the video. So now we need to remove the fuel injector from cylinder head to lift the cylinder head. For removing the fuel injector, we need to disconnect the block connection between fuel injector and fuel pump. As I say, always use proper tools for removing the bolts and nuts. So now I am removing the bolts from fuel pump connection, that is your block arm I am removing. So we have to remove it properly, like we need to remove it with the proper tool. So now I am doing that removing work. So okay, I remove the bolts of the block and I have to remove the other bolts of the other side of the block. So we have to remove total 4 number of bolts of fuel oil pump to fuel oil injector connecting block. So once removing all the 4 bolts, then we can disconnect the block. So disconnect the block heavily and take the joint out. This is the joint, and keep it safely. You can find a o-ring over here on both the side of the amps, like both the connecting end there will be a o-ring. So this is your high pressure pipe that we need to remove out. So once the high pressure pipe is removed, now you can you can go for the procedure to remove the injectors. So always close the fuel pump top with a rags so that any foreign particle don't go inside the chamber. So next will be your fuel injector opening. So for opening the fuel injector, all we need to do is first thing we need to remove the fuel injector cover. So this is the fuel injector cover. For opening that, you have to remove the nut. 2 nuts you have to remove. So you need to remove both the nuts and remove the fuel injector clamp, or you can say it as a cover. So again I say, always use proper tools for removing the nuts. So once the nut is removed from place, you can take out the clamp. This is your fuel injector clamp. You need to remove it first and keep it somewhere safely. Okay, then this is the tool for lifting fuel injector. So these are all the 2 jacks that we need to use for jacking up the injector from its packet. So these are the 2 normal thread bolts. So you can use any thread bolts on that size. Only need to check whether it is going inside the packet, like a fuel injector packet. So it should go properly so that it don't damage the fuel injector threads. So okay, So I checked for both the bolts are okay. And now what I do is keep the clamp over the bolts, means on the fuel injector holding bolts. Now I put the jack bolts over top of the injector and I will tighten it. Once you tighten bolt the bolt will keep on jacking the fuel injector upwards. So that is the idea of using two bolts for doing the jacking operation of fuel injector. So both the bolts are in place, both are kept in place. Now all I need to do is I need to tighten the nuts. So once I tight, what happen is it will act like a jack for injector. When I keep tightening, the injector will keep on coming up. You can see whenever I tighten, I keep on tightening on one side, on the other side I use normal hand tighten. That is okay, because you can see the bolt is going down, at the same time injector will keep on coming up. That means easy for us to take out the injector. I'm tightening now. Okay, on the other side you have to tighten the other bolts also, so that equally pressure will be applied on the fuel injector. Okay, so I keep tightening. So almost the fuel injector is out. So now I can try to pull it up. So some more tightening is necessary. Okay, now I am trying to lift it again, because this fuel injector every 4000 hours you have to take it out for doing your routines for pressure testing. So just give a lift, that's all. The fuel injector is already out. So this is how we need to remove the fuel injector from cylinder head. Next is you dismantle the rocker arm, like remove the rocker arm. For removing it you have to open 4 holding down nuts, 1 2 3 and 4 pieces we need to open. So once you open all the 4 nuts, then we are ready to lift the rocker arm assembly. So always ensure you are using proper tool for opening any kind of nuts or bolts, and always use proper lifting tools, like proper tools, so that you don't end up with damaging machineries or getting injury by getting human injury. Okay, so I opened all. Now I need to do is I need to fit a eye bolt. So for this rocker arm is very heavy, so we have to use a eye bolt and a chain block to lift it up. So we have 4 nuts, and all 4 nuts are removed from place. Now this is where you need to fit the eye bolt. So fit the eye bolt properly and then you can use the chain block for lifting the rocker arm assembly. Okay, so that's all. We are done with the fit up of eye bolts. Next will be our lifting of rocker arm assembly. So before that, we just put a marking, like for us this is number 6. If it's number 6, put number 6 rocker arm assembly side, whichever 6A or means aft side or forward side, we have to mark it, so that while putting back it won't be a problem for us. So I put the marking again for rocker arm assembly. So okay, now it's time for lifting. So I'll use proper chain block and lift it. Okay, so now we are lifting the rocker arm assembly. So be very careful when you are lifting, because it's very heavy and you have to lift it very carefully, so that the rocker arm don't get damaged, and it should come out safely without damaging the bolt threads, because if it hits it may damage the bolt threads. So now the rocker arm is already out, and once it is removed from place, it should be secured safely. That's all. Now I think we are ready to open the hydraulic nut for lifting the cylinder head. Okay, so after watching this video, you must have got some idea about how to remove a fuel injector from cylinder head, and how to remove a rocker arm assembly from cylinder head. So in my next video I will try to show you some information about how to dismantle the hydraulic nut using hydraulic jack. So if you have any comment, please put in comment box. Definitely I will reply you. And please share our channel, subscribe our channel, share to all your groups, all your friends, so that we grow along with you. If you have any comment, put in comment box. Definitely I will reply you. Thanks for watching. Keep watching, keep supporting. Bye.